So we are going live in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining. It is 11 o'clock right now, and I'm Vikas Sarora speaking. Let's give it one more minute before we start. I see people are still joining in, so we will give it one more minute to folks, and then we can start. While we are waiting for others, I see about 75 participants already joining in. And my favorite question that I like to ask in every webinar, is anybody joining for the very first time Elite CISO's webinar? If you are joining for the first time, please go to the chat window and type yes that you are joining for the first time. So every week we are doing these webinars and we get to see that, okay, somebody joins for the very first time. So Richa, okay, Mr. Shubham, a lot of people are joining for the very first time. Thank you guys. I hope that this webinar is going to be worth your time. So Mr. Rajesh, Mr. Shubham, okay, a lot of new people. That's great. And I hope you guys can see my screen. Cool. Morning, Mr. Anis. So it is 11:02. Shall we get started, guys? Gaurav, what do you say?
Yep, sure.
Okay, let's start. Good morning again, everyone. Thanks for joining this webinar. Every Thursday, Elite CISO brings you these webinars which are focused on cybersecurity. And today, the webinar will be jointly presented by Hitachi and Fortinet. We have Mr. Dhaval from Fortinet and Mr. Vivek joining from Hitachi Systems. They will walk you through today's topic, which is why today's enterprise require security fabric. So that's what the topic is for today. And before I hand over to Mr. Dhaval and Mr. Vivek, quick housekeeping announcements. So from the agenda perspective, as you see on the screen, it is quick welcome note till 11:05. We give this breather for people to join in within a couple of minutes once we start. And then at 11:05, I will transfer it over to Mr. Vivek from Hitachi Systems. And Mr. Vivek will take about 10-15 minutes for his session. And then Mr. Vivek will transfer it over to Mr. Dhaval from Fortinet to continue with the session. And then at the end at 11:55, we will have live Q&A. So you don't have to wait till the end for the question answers. You can start to type your questions, whatever you have, on the Q&A tab on the Zoom interface. And then there is one panelist dedicated to answer your question. So you can go ahead and ask your questions during the session as well. And then after live Q&A, we will have our famous Wheel of Fortune, and one lucky winner will get Amazon Alexa. After that, I will paste the feedback form on the chat window. So guys, as soon as I paste, the first 10 people who fill the feedback form, they will get 2,000 rupees Amazon voucher. So take a moment, identify where the chat window is, and see if you are able to locate the chat window. And once you are in the chat window, as part of Wheel of Fortune, when we spin the wheel, we ask the winner to go to the chat window and say, yes, they are there, right? Sometimes I've seen that people take a little bit time and they are not able to locate where the chat window is. So take this time, identify where the chat window is. So as soon as your name comes, type yes, that okay, I'm here, so that you can claim your win. So after Alexa, as I said, the feedback form will be pasted. 10 people will get 2,000 rupees Amazon voucher. And after that, I will paste the password, the CPE password that you can use to download your participation certificate from Elite CISO website. I will show it at the end. So that's how the flow is going to look like. With this, let me transfer it over to Mr. Vivek for the session. Over to you, sir. Maybe you can start with your introduction and then we can start with the session. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. If you can see my screen.
Yep, we can see the screen.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for making out to this webinar. And very good morning to the financial year 2021-22. This is going to be the new financial year, and we are starting this with the webinar with Elite CISO Group. Thanks to the team. So, to introduce myself, I am Vivek Gupta. I am leading cybersecurity practice for Hitachi Systems Microclinic. And in today's presentation for another 7 to 10 minutes, I'll walk you through Hitachi journey in India, and then what we have in offer in cybersecurity landscape, and then I'll take you through our engagement with Fortinet, and then I'll pass the baton to Dhaval Sampath to take it forward from there. Hitachi Limited, for the people who have joined first time and to this session and hearing from Hitachi first time, I will take another 2 minutes to introduce you Hitachi as an organization. We are founded in 1910 in Japan, Tokyo, and started manufacturing immersion motor. That is the start where Hitachi has started. And now Mr. Higahira-san is our president and CEO. We have almost 100 billion plus revenues last 2020 year if we talk about. We have 803 subsidiaries in diverse businesses across the globe. We have 295,000 employees working across the globe in these subsidiaries. So where we are, so Hitachi, as I said, we have a diversified business, and we have almost 13 business units within Hitachi Group, which is comprising of 803 subsidiaries. So we are part of systems and services business division of Hitachi. This is, and our parent company is Hitachi Systems Limited. We have almost 22 organizations, subsidiaries working across the globe. Out of that, 8 are domestic in Japan and 14 are overseas. So these are the companies who are into system integration business within Hitachi. And as in Hitachi Systems Microclinic, we are part of Hitachi Systems and represent them in India operations for system integration business. So from system integration and from the system and services division, we have 6 group companies who are present in India and serving our customers across geographies. So to start with, I'll talk about Hitachi India Limited, which is a flagship company of Hitachi Limited in India, which has solutions around information and communication technologies. Where we have solution around OTS, we have solution around smart parking. So we are working closely with large system integrators in India for giving solutions across social innovation platform. Then we have a company called Hitachi Payment Services, which is a company who is providing gateway for payment systems for almost 80% of the large banks in India. This came in existence and acquisition of a company in 2016, and now we have another company within this company called Hitachi SBI Payment Systems, where we are coming up with white labeled ATMs and cash deposit machines across India, which will be able to handle all the banking transactions within the system itself. Then we have Hitachi Vantara. It's an old name in the industry, so it's almost 17 years back they started operations in India, which is having solution across your storages, which is well-known product in market. Then we have software and artificial intelligence based solutions also, as an acquisition of a product called Pentaho into this. And then we have Cumulus Systems, which is a software development company which has end-to-end software development life cycle, and we work closely for large enterprises when it comes to development of their internal requirements for workflows or requirements for managing internal systems. We have Hitachi Solutions, which are headquartered out of Chennai, and this is a company which is primarily working on enterprise business applications. We have solution portfolio around Microsoft, around SAP and Oracle from this group company. And lastly, Hitachi Systems Microcleaning, which company I am representing. We are a system integration company with a portfolio of security and cloud and data center. And we sell products. We sell products from almost all leading OEM vendors in the industry. And we enjoy the highest level of partnership with those people. Then we deploy these solutions, and we then sustain these solutions as well. We have managed services portfolio around all the products which we sell and service in India through our NOC and SOC operations. And just to add, yesterday's announcement, we have acquired a company called Global Logic worldwide yesterday, and it was all cash deal of a $2 billion where we have acquired, and acquisition will be completed by July 2021. This is a company which is headquartered out of St. Jose, and they have large footprint in India as well. So this is a new addition into our family in India when it comes to information and telecommunication systems group. So our journey, Hitachi wanted to, come into Indian market to, work closely with our customers as a system integrator. So that is how we acquired a company called Microclinic, founded by Mr. Tarun Seth in 1991. And we acquired this company and started our operations in Indian market. And this acquisition was as in 2014 we did this acquisition with an acquisition of a shareholding of 76%, and in 2018 we complete 100% acquisition of the organization, and that become part of wholly owned subsidiary of Hitachi Systems Japan. We are headquartered out of Tokyo. And last financial year, we have, in last 7 years, we started this journey, from almost 70 crore rupees of a revenue and with a manpower of 80 people. And now the financial year which we closed yesterday, approximately we have exited at 1,500 crore rupees of a revenue, and with 2,000 plus, engineers and sales team across the board in India operations. So now I'll walk you through, the portfolio, which is the product portfolio we have, from Hitachi Systems. We work closely with, as I said, we work closely with almost 32 leading OEM vendor in security landscape, and we enjoy the highest level of relationship with them. That comes, with the revenue we do with them and the competence we have to deploy and maintain their systems across the board. So, we have endpoint and server security solution where we generally cover your endpoints, EDR, XDR of the world, PIM solutions, NAC solution, or, DAM solution from various OEM vendors. Then we have network solution division where we talk about next generation firewalls, IPS, IDS, SD-WAN, and we have a large practice with Fortinet also in this area, and we have two large wins where Dhaval will touch upon one of them, during his presentation today. Then we have data security solutions, where we represent all of our leading vendors in that area, where we have solutions around DLP, proxy or CASB, right, and MDM kind of a solutions across the board. And then we have advanced security solution, which is an key area for Hitachi, where we have, solutions which are emerging technologies in the market. We have today customer with deployed solution around deception, deployed solutions around, decoy, then embed. These are the solutions, which are there to support the rising threat landscape of security. So we already have our presence in that area, and we are deploying, solution around different OEM vendors in that area. Now we'll touch upon to the security practice services which we render to our customers in India operations. So consulting services, we have consulting services to get readiness assessment for ISO 27001 from the security per se. We have, solutions and services around network security architecture assessment or exposure assessment or vulnerability assessment around, the security landscape and environment at customer places. Then we have skill set, in-house skill set on almost all leading vendors into, network security space, where Fortinet also falls under that. Where we have skills, we can deploy these solutions and, sustain these solutions from the leading OEM vendor in this industry. Similarly, we have solution around application and data security as well. And the last pillar, which is operational services, where we talk about, our SOC and NOC operations, where we do manage services to our customers. So generally, if you see the SOC providers, they do qualified and quantified IRs, and then they submit it to you to take a remedial action. However, as an organization at Hitachi Systems, we have, IR response team as well. So we work to the next step where we do incident response and remediation services for our customers. What we have seen in past is, these days, generally, in any mid-size or a large enterprise, we have, almost 15 to 20 different technologies deployed around security posture within a customer place. And for them, to maintain and sustain those many technologies, it is quite tough, to have manpower individually, working on those technology, which is economically and technically not feasible, because you will not have enough work to have those people to do if they have to manage one or two technologies per that say. So that way, at Hitachi, we have a solution across, which we say managed security services. We sell and service, solution with remediation, around it when it comes to. And I'll next jump into our relationship with Fortinet. So we are select partner with Fortinet, and we have almost 25 plus engineers working in various, technologies. And we have people, from, L2, L3 around, next generation firewalls or, and the SD-WAN side of it. We are also building competence around OT, which is going to be, the key area where, security is being sorted out. So we are putting up our, practice around operation technology OT thing, and, we are working closely with Fortinet to, deliver solution around OT platform as well. And we have customers in aviation, healthcare, pharma with them. We have customers in BFSI with them, IT, ITS, power utilities, manufacturing, consulting. So if you come across any opportunity, you please let us know. We will be more than happy, sharing use cases around these verticals with Fortinet, where we have deployed solutions. And Dhaval will be covering more, from a case study standpoint in his presentation, where we have sold, almost 10 different technologies from Fortinet on a fabric. And, this customer is a happy customer from almost 3 quarters from now. with this, I'll end my presentation, and I would like to call, invite Dhaval, who is system engineer with Fortinet, to take it up from here and do his presentation. Over to you, Dhaval.
Digital innovation is accelerating across all industries and markets as companies invest to differentiate themselves. However, this also increases a company's risk. The digital attack surface is much broader across endpoints, network edges, and the cloud. Data breaches and ransomware continue to increase in sophistication. With Fortinet, trust you are protected everywhere your people, devices, and data are. Fortinet offers broad visibility across the entire attack surface, an integrated platform to reduce management complexity, and automation for fast and efficient operations. Fortinet, making possible a digital world you can always trust.
Hey, good morning all. Dhaval Sampath this side from Fortinet Technologies. Thank you Vivek and Vikas for introducing a bit prior to the session. So this is the best start, I would say, to this particular topic because we are into the new financial year, right? 2020 and 2021. I hope 2020, the last financial year, will be wonderful for all of you. And I wish that 2020, 2021 all together can scale to the new heights and can achieve our required goals. Okay. So the topic is the core topic. Next 35 minutes, I will take you to the security fabric topic, where exactly we are moving. We feel we need to secure those places, and how Fortinet security fabric can be leveraged to know your plans to protect your network. Before jumping directly towards the topic, I just want to touch base who is us. So who is Fortinet exactly? So yes, we are a 20-year-old kid. I would say is just a kid because 20 years, and we are more enthusiasm. We have more innovation power now. And so we are 2-decade-old company, a leading cybersecurity OEM who is driving a security-driven networking, and we feel we achieved few phenomenal things in last 20 years. Just to brief you, that we have very huge scale in terms of global firewall shipment. Okay, we are we are Nasdaq listed company in 2009, and very recently we even crossed the market cap of 30 million USD. So we are such a cash-rich company, and we are moving towards very growing directions. In terms of innovations, we are leading the cybersecurity patents innovation globally. We have around 700 plus patents already registered, which is way higher when you compare to any of the security OEMs. We have around more than 50 products to integrate in our security fabric, which is very broad in nature, which can integrated in approach, and which can give you an automated response so that the threat landscape can be fully covered. Okay, there are very large or a massive customer inputs or customer footprints we have across the globe. It's not just about having a customer references. It also is having about the skill set in the market. So we have around 6 lakhs plus certified resources on our platform called Network Security Expert. In terms of presence globally, we have headquarters in Sunny Valley, which is in US, and we have multiple development centers, support centers, and a center of excellence across the globe. We are more than 8,000 people company, and highest patents we carry, and we have a very large customer base on top of it. Just to showcase the latest IDC report that we are the most deployed network security solution across the globe. I would not call it as the most deployed network security solution, but rather I would call it as I have a visibility of most censored network across the globe, because this all deployment are connected to our FortiGuard labs, right? And so we can see the pattern of the attacks. We can see the 0 day, what kind of 0 days are attacking the network. So a lot of visibilities we are getting when we compare ourselves with the other security OEMs. So we have most wide network in terms of network sensors, where we got the inputs and we do R&D based on those inputs. If we talk about the recognition, we are recognized in many of the Gartner reports. Is maybe few of them are in the leader, few are there in the challengers, and the other respective quadrants. Gartner has even started to listed the market guides, and our most of the key technologies are listed on the Gartner market guide as well. I just want to touch base upon the leader quadrant where we are rated, and with this touch base, I just want to show what value proposition we are offering to our customers. Okay, so Gartner before a couple of years were only releasing a report called Network Firewall or Enterprise Firewall quadrant, where we are into leader since many years now. Okay, since last couple of years, Gartner also started to release a WAN edge infrastructure, which is also known as a SD-WAN report. So you can see the Fortinet is an OEM with a single product called FortiGate, leader in both network firewall as well as WAN edge infrastructure report. Okay, so how this will benefit to our customer? Those customers before 3 years or 4 years or 5 years procuring a FortiGate appliances and using those FortiGate appliances are today using the SD-WAN solution of a Gartner leader OEM on the same device without adding any software or a hardware license. So this is the value addition what this Gartner can solution can provide to the end customer. And this is where we are recognized by Gartner even that the same solution, whether it's a network firewall or a WAN edge report, are perfectly fitting to the leader quadrant. Talking about our topic now, coming to the why security fabric is a need of the hour, why enterprises are looking for a fabric approach. Okay, so we all agree, I'm sure we all agree on this, the digital innovation impacts each and every industry. If we talk just prior to a year, I would say no one will think that we all can sit at home and work from home. Right? But today we are doing very comfortably. We are sitting at home and working day and night and whatever the time we feel comfortable. So this is something, the revolution are there in each and every industry. Earlier OT, let me just push because Vivek also pushed on OT, right? So earlier OT was altogether isolated network. Today, we can't say that OT is isolated network or air gap network. OT is need of the hour to merge with the IT as well. Lot of OT information need to come process on IT infrastructure, and then it can further give the result so that OT can increase their production and the pricing profit margins. So OT, IT are all together merged. Lot of IoT innovations are coming day by day. Along with top of it, we need to maintain the compliance. There are a lot of government rules, there are GDPRs of the world, a lot of other compliance we need to met with respect to compliances. But after all this, the performance also is increasing, as well as the threat landscape is also increasing. We are adding edges day by day. Today is not like a LAN, WAN and DMZ kind of setup, right? There are a lot of edges, there are work from home, there are there may be like cloud computing, there may be like a cloud as a service, or maybe like infrastructure as a service. A lot of edges we are incorporating into it. So digital innovation is taking a pace, but along with that pace, cybersecurity risk is also growing day by day. Just to showcase that what platform we are evaluating right now. So before a couple of decades, I would say from 2000 to 2010, we are talking about a gateway security and an endpoint security perspective. In the next 2010 to 2020, the last decade, we talk about data center security, we talk about content security, where we scan the content, web filtering and IPS kind of security. And then we talk about the full-fledged endpoint security with the DLP, endpoint DLP or web filtering or IPS or host IPS kind of feature along with the VPN. Now 2020 and plus, we are talking about cloud security. We are talking about hybrid cloud, right? It may be software as a service or infrastructure as a service. We are talking as a edge. There are multiple edges. We are talking about EDR and ZTNA, which is a next generation endpoint security and identification. On the top of it, we don't know from where we are exactly working. We need to identify the people, we need to identify the process, and we need to identify the devices. And on the top of it, we need a threat intelligence, which will be shared across all these edges so that each and every edge will be updated with the latest threat intelligence. This is just a platform evolution, what I'm talking about. If we talk about a performance evolution in the market, earlier 2000 to 2010, we are just talking about Mbps of speed and IP routing kind of a concept. Moving 10 to 20, we are talking about Wi-Fi with a 1.5G speed or a 3 Gbps up to speed. We are talking about gigabyte of network, 10G uplink, 40G uplink, 100G uplink for a data center. And we are also talking about a higher scale IP routing as well. 2020 and further, what will be there for this decade for us? If we talk about the coming decade for us, it will be faster for us. we are talking about Wi-Fi 6. Wi-Fi 6, we are talking 5G, 10G interfaces on access point itself, right? We are talking about a TBPS of switching traffic, and moving from IP routing, we are talking about a secure SD-WAN solution. We need better availability, we need a better user experience, and we need a very, very minimum failover between the links. So we are moving towards the SD-WAN environment. On the top of it, security is something is must with AI-driven operations. So with the increasing network and this increasing pace of performance, the threat landscape is also increasing, because we are introducing new edges in our network, right? And accordingly, we are introducing, we are adopting the, the cyber security risk as well. Whatever the reports, I'm sure you guys are aware on these reports that cyber security risk is increasing. But if I talk about specific to the Indian market, I don't need to go too much in a historic reports or something like that. If I go just a couple of nights back, I can see this happens in India. It is expected around 10 crores Mobivic users data are on sale over the dark web, as per cybersecurity expert, just a couple of days back. Okay. If I go just 7 or 8 days back from here, our Indian government said on a parliament front that cybersecurity attacks are on rise. They are rising for 300% in 2020. And this is government tells on a parliament front. So again, if I go a couple of, or no, I would say 4, 5, 6 months back, what exactly is there for Indian companies? So companies in India reported more attacks than any other country in the globe. So this all reports can be correlated, right? If I go 6 months back, the September report says Indian companies are most attacked by any of the hackers. Now government is saying there are 300% rise in 2020 in terms of cybersecurity attacks. And a couple of days back, we are seeing that 10 crores data are on a dark web. So this all correlates, says only one thing, that cybersecurity risks are growing. There is no doubt about it. But with respect to Indian market, they are growing exponentially fast. Okay. If I talk about some globe, well-known, very well-known weaknesses and exploit on the globe, it's like Microsoft Exchange server. You can see the Black Kingdom ransomware hunting the unpatched Microsoft Exchange servers, which are on-prem. This don't affect on O365 platform. This will only affect the Microsoft Exchange servers on-prem. Okay, there are around 1 lakh Exchange servers. This is this particular attacks were identified 10 to 12 days back from here. And there are around 1 lakh servers which are exposed to this vulnerability as per Microsoft. Before a week, Microsoft is saying that even after providing a fix, there are some tools Microsoft has provided for the fix. Still, there are 15 to 20,000 servers pointing to internet are still open to this weakness. Okay, so see, it's already 12 days. Microsoft launched the patch 12 days before. Okay, and now before a week, Microsoft is saying that still there are 20,000 servers which are still open to the weaknesses. So FortiGuard, just for information, this is the FortiGuard is already patching these weaknesses. In case any one of you is interested to understand how to patch this weakness on a Fortinet front, definitely you can contact your local Fortinet representative and they will support you on it. So the point taken here is that network platform is evolving, network performance is evolving, along with the attack surface is also evolving. So we need to secure all edges. Whatever the edges we have, we need to secure them. But before moving to securing them, we need to identify them. Correct? If I talk about the edges, this is a traditional edge. We have a campus, we have a branch, and we have a data center and an internet. That's it. These are the traditional edge. But today the edges are very, very vast. We have an off-net edge where people work from somewhere off-net. We have a work from home edge. People work from home. We have 5G introduced, so people may connect their hotspot and they can talk about it. We have OT edge, very, very critical edge. Now OT networks are integrating with the IT networks. So we have an OT edge as well. We have a cloud as a service, infrastructure as a service, and edge computing. So we have a lot of network edges introduced. Okay, so these are just network edges. There are a few more edges as well. So I'm just highlighting the network edges with respect to this slide. Moving further, these are the edges we need to protect. The second edges we need to protect is the endpoint edge. Okay, where there are because people are working from anywhere, I would say. So we need to identify whether the user who are connecting is actual user or not. We need to identify the user. We need to identify the device, whether the device is with the proper posture check or not. And the top of it, we need to keep the security checks running. We need to make sure that the endpoint which is connected must be secure to my network, so that it should not give any weaknesses, or it should not attack my network at any given point of time. So we need to make it as a process, identify the people, identify the device, and keep them all secure together. And the third edge, what I want to highlight is cloud edge. Okay, and we all agree to that. Like 20 or 2000, we are talking about data center, and we are building a data center. Now people are moving towards a multi-cloud environment. Here, the cloud can be as a service, or you can say cloud as an infrastructure. And further, down the line, we are moving towards the edge computing. As per Gartner current data, what we are doing as edge computing is around 30%. And this 30% is last 10 years. And today, in less than 2 years, like 2021, and by end of 2022, it is expected that there will be 50% of data which will be processed will be out of the data center and the cloud platform. So we are moving towards the edge computing direction, and we need to make sure that the security over the data should be there. Before moving further, I just want to have a quick poll, so to make this more interactive and take your views on it. So Gaurav, if you can run the poll for me, you will see one question on your screen. Just you have 15 seconds to answer. You answer your best way, so that we can have your views along with ours. I hope you can see the question on screen.
Yeah, the question is there, Dhaval.
Yeah, okay. So Gaurav, it will run for 15 seconds.
People are still voting. Should we continue or end it?
Yeah, 5 seconds more.
Yeah.
And Mr. Jobin and Mr. Madhav have their hand raised. So if you have any question, maybe you can put it on the chat window.
Yeah, we have expert panel in behind, so that people are there to answer your queries.
Thanks, Jobin. Mr. Madhav, your hand is still raised. If you have a question, type it either in question or put it in the chat. Thank you.
Gaurav is done. Should we move further?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Thanks, team, for your input. Let me move on. So let me move on and let me introduce the security fabric with our vision and our mission statement, right? So the vision of Fortinet is to make a digital world which people can trust. Okay, and we are moving towards the same mission to secure people, devices, and data anywhere, everywhere over the globe. So with this, I'm introducing a Fortinet security fabric. So this Fortinet security fabric mainly based on the 3 principles. The first principle talk about the broad approach, the broad attack surface. We are talking about a lot of edges, right? So the edges are very broad, and we need a very broad solution with respect to cater all the edges. Okay, so the platform are revolving on 3 pillars: zero trust access, which is the endpoint pillar; adaptive cloud security, which is the cloud security pillar; and a security driven networking, which is the network edges. So we need to cater all these edges, whether it's related to endpoint, cloud, or a security driven. We need an integrated approach. We need some integrated approach between all this broad attack surface. We can't be stick to the point solutions, right? Because if we stick to point solution, we don't have intelligence shared between each other. So we need a mechanism to integrate these pillars, and so that they can share the intelligence system with each other. And post that, they all are eligible to do the automated self-filling kind of approach. They should respond to the attack automated without intervention, any manual intervention by the administrator. This is what the basic 3 principles where Fortinet security fabric is developed. Next few slides, I will touch base upon the these pillars across and show what Fortinet products can comply to those edges and protect those edges further. So let me start with our security driven networking, which is a network edge, which will focus on the performance as well as on the securing the network edges. If I talk about the product portfolio, let's say we have multiple edges, right? LAN edge. So for LAN edge, we have a portfolio like secure access point or secure wireless as well as secure switching. If we talk about WAN edge, we have FortiGate SD-WAN, secure SD-WAN solution ready along with the extender, which can be also help with the 5G termination kind of things. If we talk about the data center edge, we have products like FortiGate or FortiProxy in the place. If we talk about the cloud edge here, we have full-fledged FortiSASE launch along with the FortiIsolator and all. So these are just a brief. These are not any product or any specific product. These are just a brief that we have a solution to protect these edges. how we can put this particular solution on our slide, which we have showed as edges. So this is how we can secure the campus via our access layer. We can secure the branches via again access layer or wireless layer. We have a 5G ready solution so that our extender can place for a 5G security. We have a FortiSASE, to protect the cloud security, infrastructure as a service or a software as a service. We have a data center security altogether. We have a dedicated OT security with us, which can further protect the OT IT segregation or network within the OT as well. So this is how this network edges can be protected from the security driven principle of the Fortinet security fabric. Coming to the second pillar, which is known as zero trust access, right? So if we talk about a traditional way of working, at least pre-COVID, I would say, pre-COVID, we are working like people will go at home or people are out of the network and they will just connect a VPN and then they will access the resources. But the access was like the very limited time frame. It was not a permanent access. It was a very time frame access. So we keep on doing that way. But now, post COVID, we know that people can work from anywhere and we need to facilitate them that particular feature. So now we need to identify whether the user is correct or not. Correct. We need to identify the device. And once that is identified and connected to the network, we need to keep them continuously trust check that whether they are not vulnerable, they should run the endpoint protection properly. They should have the corporate laptop policy on place. So we need to identify if any identification is mismatched, we need to terminate the resource accesses. So this is something ZTNA concept we need to introduce, and here where our product line can definitely help to achieve this particular pillar as well. We have a FortiClient for a VPN solution and a ZTNA concept. We have FortiNAC purely to identify the end user and the end devices. We have a Fortinet token as well as authenticator, which will be user identity database. You can further have this all together in one so that you can identify the end device, identify the end user, and keep trust check between those end devices. So further, once they are identified, they can access multiple platforms. They can go over the SaaS, they can go over the infrastructure as a service, internet, or data center. Because we have multiple network edges, we need to facilitate them this authentication mechanism at a multiple edges as well. So we cannot stick that when they come to data center, okay, they are getting all the authentication, but when they go to a SaaS platform, they should not have any authentication, which will actually make our network open for them. If we talk about a continuous endpoint security, we have a FortiClient for VPN and ZTN, and we have FortiEDR as well as XDR, which can be a fully managed service or an on-prem service as well, which will give you a advanced content security like antivirus and AI-based security. Moving further, we have something called the adaptive cloud security. This is the third pillar. We are talking about network platform security. We talked about endpoint platform security, and now the third edge we are talking about a cloud security. So when I talk about cloud, we need to actually protect the three layers. The first will be the SaaS platform, which is like application platform, where you are using maybe Office 365 or a Google applications or SFDCs as application or CRM as application. We need to protect those applications. So we have a solution ready for that SaaS platform to get protected. We have a platform security where you might hosted your servers over the platform like Amazon, AWS, or Google Cloud, and we have the platform ready to secure or to identify the resource utilization, to give you a brief overview of your cloud data where exactly they are flowing. And on top of it, we have something called as a network security as well, which can be categorized like a micro segmentation over the cloud. You can even have a cloud networking and you can secure a cloud micro segmentation. You can even do a container based security scanning on top of it. So this is something we need to focus on our cloud platform. In terms of product line, again, you have a network product line altogether, you have a platform product line to secure, and you have application product line to secure. So we have all the three flavors in respect to cloud, whether it's internal cloud networking, whether it's a platform securing, or if you talk about the application as a service and we want to secure those applications for your users, we have a platform ready for that as well. But this all platform, as I told, these are just the edges we are securing. Now this edges must be integrated approach that must have integrated security operations across this fabric component. Correct. If we talk about security operations, again, we have a broad portfolio to cater this. We have an incident response with the help of our FortiSIM or FortiAnalyzer kind of product. We have a breach detection techniques with the advanced threat detection like sandbox or a deception or artificial intelligence based understanding. We have a full-fledged endpoint detection with identify the zero-day kind of product attacks like EDR and XDR kind of a solution. So all this endpoint breach or a network breach or a zero-day protection along with the correlation of the security events, you have a solution ready to integrate those edges. So, it's a fully AI power-based detection and response technique, starting with the malware detection till the EDR, deception, sandbox, which can further result into automated response. So first will be the breach detection. We want to detect the breach. We want to identify the attack, and based on the identification of the attack, we need to respond the attack. So we have product line which is ready to identify the attack, which is ready to categorize the attack, and further based on that, the product are integrated so that they can automated response to that particular breach which is detected. Talking about a management platform or a network operational center. So even the fabric can be fully managed by a solution like FortiManager. We have even a product like a FortiMonitor in place, which will give you the usage detail and performance detail of your products. And we have something called as a SaaS ready management platform also ready in case you don't want to invest in any hardware or any solution on prem or on DC or on cloud. You can even offer a SaaS management platform which is readily available with us. Talking about the brain of this whole Fortinet security fabric, right? So in the first few slides, I talked about the network sensors that IDC report, if you recollect, that we have highest deployment in terms of the firewall security. So they are all network sensors for us, and it's well said, right? That the more you see, the more you protect, or if you can't see, you can't protect. It's the same term, right? So the same thing, if you can see that we have a very huge customer database and a very widely present solution across the globe. There are a lot of sensors for us, which are actually connected to the FortiGuard labs. We are doing analysis on the traffic and the attacks which are happening on that particular ends, and we are detecting lot of zero days from the network. So that's the first way of taking inputs from the sensors which are already readily deployed. Other than that, we have also Cert Intelligence with us. We have some integration with a lot of 100+ ready-made partners, which are from where we took feeds. We have trusted partnership with there. We are also a co-founder of Cyber Threat Alliance group. So though we are also taking feeds from CTA also, and converting. We have AI ready with that. So all these feeds with AI and machine learning into it, we are making as an output like IPS signatures or application control, web filtering, and this farm, and all the database what we have created till date. Fabric ready ecosystem. So we have ready partner integration with us. So we are ready to integrate. It's not just a fabric. You need to go with Fortinet products. We are not saying that. We are saying that to have a broad edges to protect. We are saying that it should be integrated and response should be automated. So with the same term, we are also ready available to integrate with lot of fabric ecosystem ready. So we are ready to integrate with many OEM security networking driven or adaptive cloud security or AI driven security operation or a zero trust access. There are a lot of OEM we are readily integrating today. So just a couple of nights back, we have even released our FortiOS. FOS is our Forti operating system 7.0. We just released that with almost 300 plus new features introduced across the fabric. Lot of you can see the features has been introduced for SASE platform or a secure SD-WAN or next generation firewall, OT security, NOC/SOC analysis, security as a service. So a lot of new features has been introduced in the latest FortiOS 7.0. Coming to the expertization or filling the cybersecurity gap, it's not only about talking about the solution and the technology. We equally feel that the resources available at partner premise as well as the customer premise must be technically sound so that they can deploy this solution at the best basis. Correct. So we have our network security expert trainings starting from level 1 to level 8. And the best part is from 2020 onwards, since the pandemic started, we make the learning for all these levels, NSE 1 to NSE 8, free for our customers. Okay, so our customer can learn this NSE 1 to NSE 8, whatever the topic they want to learn, the expert. There are a lot of, the pillar related, like multiple ages related specialized courses. They can go to training.fortinet.com and they can upgrade their skills. So this is free. So partner team can learn from it, customer team can learn from it, and they can simply close the cybersecurity skill set, which is not required to deploy this such kind of solution and integrate such kind of solutions. So this is also in place, and I highly encourage all of the customers to encourage their team to go and learn from this particular platform. Moving further, one quick poll again, and then I have a few more slides to present before I ending it. Gaurav, if you can run the poll for me. Gaurav, is that done? We can move further.
Yeah, Dhaval, it's done.
Okay, thank you. So as Vivek has stated earlier that we have a customer case study. So I just want to highlight a customer case study revolving across multiple ages, and how the Fortinet Security Fabric help clients to address their challenges and meeting their requirements. So this is one of the power giant based in Gujarat. So the customer is a power giant who is based in Gujarat, and they have a very typical requirement. They are upgrading the network, I would say. They need enterprise grade firewall. They need a secure SD-WAN setup for the branches. They need a secure wireless setup. They need a two-factor authentication for the management users. They need endpoint protection as well. Along with all this technology should be integrated with the zero-day protection services. Okay, and they need a centralized logging reporting. I would say centralized visibility for all this solution. And they need a very rated, I would say rated and recognized security for this solution, along with a trusted SI or a trusted partner who can deploy all this solution. They are evaluating multiple competitions, multiple products like, you can see those names, and they are very well known in the market as well. So they are evaluating multiple different OEM with respect to different requirement. Okay, but still they are struggling to find an integrated SD-WAN vendor, I would say, that time, because it's a year-old case, and they are struggling to find SD-WAN vendor which is readily integrated with this all security solutions. How Fortinet Security Fabric helps them to understand the requirement and identify the challenges. So with broad portfolio, what portfolio we carry, an integrated and automated approach we have, we propose the solution and our offerings to them, and we are able to offer each and every solution to them, whether it's secure wireless, whether it's two-factor authentication, secure SD-WAN, OT security, or centralized logging reporting and a centralized management. And our solution is also Gartner rated along with the recognized by the NSS and equivalent technical reports. So just a tentative BOQ what we offered there. Okay, we offered a FortiGate firewall in HA for a data center, which is acting as a wireless controller as well as a secure SD-WAN for data center. We offered a few lower end FortiGate devices, next generation firewall, again with a secure SD-WAN for the branches. We offer them FortiSandbox, again the zero-day solution, which can further integrate with our endpoint solution, next generation firewall over the DC and the branches as well. We have proposed them a FortiClient solution, which is an endpoint security solution and a VPN security. We propose FortiToken for two-factor authentication, FortiAccess Points for indoor and outdoor secure wireless, FortiManagement and FortiAnalyzer for knock-SOC analysis and centralized management along with the 5S BOQ. So here we are able to address all the key needs of a customer by offering a security fabric, a fully integrated approach, because if you just imagine like a zero-day solution, if a client invests on an endpoint of third party and along with the firewall of some another OEM, it's very difficult to integrate with the zero-day solution, which will automated share the threats with each other and get them into a block code. So there where the customer was facing the challenge, we went there with our security fabric story, and definitely I feel that we are able to close this. With this, this is my last slide, and this is where we are very much nearby you. You can definitely see our office spread across India. So Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad, Cochin, and other SAARC nation as well. In India, we are around 400 plus employees sitting in India. We have our R&D center located in Bangalore and in Pune as well. We have a local tech present in India. We have a professional services guys and customer service guys also sitting in India itself. So I would say we are very nearby you. In case you need any help, we are definitely there.
And Dhaval,
with
I
this,
think everything is good. Can you go back to the previous slide?
Sure.
I think India's map is not correctly represented. It's not the correct political map. So maybe you want to correct that if you present to Indian customers.
Sure. Thanks for the input.
Sure.
Yeah. So finally, I am ending the session here. I think I am on time, Vikas. Just,
Absolutely. Perfect timing, 11:53. So we'll open the floor for Q&A.
Yeah. Saptarshi, any question for me in case I want to answer, and if you are not able to answer it?
No, I have received some of the questions and I have answered almost all of them. So one thing that some of them have asked for some like work from home solutions, how Fortinet can leverage that and all. So I requested them to just put a mail to us, so that because that cannot be answered in one line. So I just requested to send a mail to us, so that and give us a time for a presentation, so that we can present the entire work from home or as a TNS solution to them.
Yeah, so just to brief, just on this particular ZTNA part, how we can secure them. So we have the solution in place which can help you to connect your VPN setup, and on the top of VPN setup, we can help you to identify. We can do a posture checking on the devices. We can do a posture checking using our NAC solution and our FortiClient solution. And based on the posture checking, we will keep them checked. We will keep them checked. In case they are not disabling antivirus, we will disable the resources for them. And on top of it, we have even a two-factor solution for the VPN users to identify themselves. So we can place them on an OTP along with a username password to connect, so that you can identify the resource, you can identify the machine, and you are keep tracking those user and machine. In case of any behavioral change on the machine, will at the same moment will stop the access to the network resources. Okay, and yeah, as Saptarshi told, it's very difficult to answer in one line for this particular topic. You can definitely reach us. So in case of further query, you can reach us on it. Anything else, Saptarshi?
No, not as such. I think someone has asked for that. If we have any reference for implementation for OT security at layer 0.
At layer 0, I would say they are referring to Purdue model of OT, which is layer 0, layer 1, and layer 2. So at layer 0, 1, and 2, we can integrate with the very well-known database. We can even place our switches at layer 1 and layer 0, so that our switches are managed by a FortiGate. So whatever the traffic hit to the switch port, we can make sure it get routes via the FortiGate firewall. So if you place a Forti switches on a layer layer 2, I would say, and connect your machine directly on a Forti switches, then definitely we can try to protect those layer as well. But if you say layer 1 and layer 2 and layer 0, there are a few IDS solutions well known in the market which detects the attacks. We are ready to integrate with those IDS solution. We are ready to integrate, and we can share threats intelligence with those IDS solution, and further we can plan a block action on it. So that is both way we can do. But the best way to block them upfront is using the Forti switch and Fortinet LAN access point. I would say like access point and switches on that edges. And yeah,
Thanks,
one more
I
want just
sorry,
want
yeah,
to add
go
on
ahead,
this
go ahead, please.
OT perspective. So we have already available ruggedized devices. Okay, so we have a rugged switches, we have a rugged firewall, and ruggedized access point. So it's not like that we have a commercial line only to offer this. So for OT, we have a ruggedized platform so that we can offer and we can sit on that Purdue model. Thanks, Vikas. Sorry to interrupt. You can go ahead.
Great. No problems at all. Thank you. I think we are at top of hour, 11:57, and I need a couple of minutes for the closure. So great session, Dhaval. Everybody enjoyed it thoroughly. So guys, if you are attending very first time Elite CISO's webinar, and if you want to become member of our community, So we have separate chapters across India, and there are WhatsApp groups. So if you are CIO or CISO and you want to be in the WhatsApp groups, go to Elite CISO website, go under membership, and you can fill this form, and then team will add you in the respective city WhatsApp group. So that's one option you have. And then if you want to get the certificate, the participation certificate, something like this, if you want to get it, then probably what you can do is go to Elite CISO website. I need to move this floating pane. Just give me one moment. Yeah, so you can go to Elite CISO website, go under events, come to upcoming events, and you will see that today we attended this webinar with Fortinet. So to get the certificate, all you got to do is click on CP certificate. This will take you another page. Fill your email address where you want the PDF of certificate to come. Put your full name, and then the password or the secret to download the certificate is FABRIC, all small case. Like we are attending this, why today's enterprise requires security fabric. That's what the topic is. So the password for today is fabric, FABRIC. So how do you get that? Again, go to Elite CISO website, come under events, upcoming events, click on CP certificate. I'm also putting the password on the chat. It is FABRIC, all small, and you can get your certificate. Now, once you are here to download the certificate, on the screen, you will see that next week, we have this another webinar. So like we do webinar every week. So next week on Thursday, we are doing this webinar with an excellent Indian company called C3, and they have amazing solution around the cloud security posture management. And the topic is going to be very interesting. It is around mean time to detect and mean time to remediate in the cloud. So a lot of organizations are moving to either AWS or Azure, and there are separate controls required which are different from your traditional approach of detecting the intrusion and all. So I highly recommend that you go ahead and attend this particular webinar. And along with that, I wanted to announce one more initiative that we run. So as you know, Elite CISO is a community of security professionals. So apart from doing webinars, we also conduct in-depth training. So next week, or not next week, this weekend itself, on 3rd and 4th, we have a AWS security workshop coming in. This is going to be 10-hour workshop, guys. And for Elite CISO members, the price is 2,500 rupees. And for non-Elite CISO members, it is 5,000 rupees. So what we are going to do is we already have about 46 participants for this workshop. And for all the members, whether you are part of Elite CISO community or not, we are going to extend the member price of 2,500 rupees to you guys. So I just need 4 or 5 people to touch the 50 count. So if you're interested in hands-on, in-depth AWS security workshop, then you can go ahead and register over here. So that's about it. And then, yeah. So next I'm going to post the feedback form. Okay, I'll paste the feedback form at the end, but before that, let me run the Wheel of Fortune, right? As you know that every webinar, we do this Wheel of Fortune. And today the giveaway is Amazon Alexa. All the people who registered, right? So it is not applicable for Elite CISO founders, chapter admins, and Hitachi and Fortinet team. So their names I have removed from here. You can still see my name. So even if my name comes, I'm not eligible to receive the Amazon Alexa. So it is only for the corporate CIOs and CISOs who registered with their official email ID. Okay. So all their names are here. I'm going to run it once. Let's see who the lucky winner is going to be. If your name comes, go to the chat window and type, yes, I'm here. So from Chennai chapter, Mr. Palani Kumar, if you are there in the audience, please go to the chat and type, yes, that you are here. I will run it only 3 times. If people do not show up, then after 3rd time, if nobody comes, then I will keep the Amazon Alexa. Okay, so I don't see Mr. Kumar is there. So I'm going to run it one more time. But I will inform him that his name came and he was not there. Okay, and this one, let me see. Mr. Sunil V from AMC Group of Institutes. Mr. Sunil, if you are there, go to the chat window and type yes. I still do not see any response on chat. So that means Mr. Vijay Devna. No, Mr. Vijay Devna, this is not you, I know. Don't impersonate. Okay. So I'm going to run it again. And this is the third time, guys. If you are not there, then I will keep the Amazon Alexa. And Preeti Singh, very nice. Preeti registered today morning itself. Let me see if she is there. So wonderful Preeti, good day for you, right? You got added to the Elite CISO Fitness Club as well today. So great, congratulations. So we will ship Amazon Alexa to you. Now at the end, what we are going to do is, guys, this is fastest finger first. Okay, I'm going to paste the feedback form now in the chat window, and first 10 people to fill the feedback form, they will get Amazon vouchers worth rupees 2000. And one thing I need to point that, okay, this week also the giveaway remains in Delhi group. So in the Mumbai group, a lot of people say that, okay, all the time Delhi guys get lucky. I don't know why, but again, this time also Preeti Singh from Delhi chapter, she is the winner. Okay, now once the congratulations are done, I'm pasting the feedback form link now. First 10 people, Amazon vouchers worth 2000 rupees, and here you go. Yeah, Nilesh, my bias towards Delhi. You should shift to Delhi now. Okay, link has been posted. Go ahead, guys, fill it. And with that, it is almost 12:05. So thank you everyone for joining. Thanks Hitachi team. Thanks Fortinet team. It's been a phenomenal webinar. And see you guys next week on Thursday for cloud security related webinar. Thank you all. Bye for now.
Thank you so much, Vikas. Thank you everyone for joining in.